Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing this morning? How's it going? I hope you guys had a great night last night, a very restful evening. So did I. It was great. It was wonderful. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for the super chats yesterday. Thank you for joining me last night as well. I had a really good night's rest after an hour of neurofeedback training, and I'm going to do the same today. Let's check the sound. Yep. Make sure that everything is coming through. Work. Keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gangster. So this is Devin Lockett, and this is the Peak Performance Protocol, also known as the Voodoo Child. That's right, that's right. Yes, and you know Jimi Hendrix is a distant cousin of mine. According to AncestryDNA.com. So yeah, that was a wonderful performance that those of us who are old enough to remember the old folks who attended Woodstock. Now, today we're going to continue with the Peak Performance Protocol. And the Peak Performance Protocol is a protocol that I came up with while running the Biomed RX Health Center for the past 10 years, over the past decade. It includes neurofeedback, which is EEG biofeedback. This is an electroencephalographic amplifier, an EEG amplifier, combined with hybrid training. Hybrid training meaning aerobic and endurance training, running and swimming, with resistance training, weightlifting, right? Because you want to keep the muscle mass on, and you want to keep the heart operating in peak operational form as we get older, right? So just stick with me, just like back in the days when I had the Biometrics Health Center open. Stick with me now, and I will show you healthy ways, or ways that you can stay healthy without breaking the bank, without trying too much mysterious voodoo shit, right? And without risking your health, without even having to work too hard, really, seriously. Let me make sure that both of my mics are up, because this one I have to keep unplugging and replugging back in. I'm going to have to check out that connection. There you go. So how's everybody doing this morning? All right? How's everybody doing? Yeah, that's fine. I got a couple of videos I want to share with you, a couple of my vintage videos. While we're on the subject of the Peak Performance Protocol, you know, we kind of delve into the further realm beyond healing into the mysterious, right? And that's where we can really start to have fun. What am I talking about? I'm talking about binaural beats. That's right, binaural beats. When you have a chance, I would like you to go and check out the YouTube page for the Monroe Institute. Okay? But in the meantime, I'm going to show you my binaural beats video so that you can understand what I'm talking about. I think I am. I think I will. Here we go. All right. I think you should enjoy this one. Oops.
Hi, this is Devin Lockett once again at the Biomedrics Health Center with another holistic health tip. Or maybe this is another lifestyle enhancement tip. I'm not sure what it is, but I wanted to introduce you to the concept of binaural beats. Before I get into an explanation of what binaural beats are, I would like to give you just a little bit of information about how the ears work and how the brain works. We see in stereo and we also hear in stereo. Sometimes if you're standing on a street, for example, and a car would come driving by, you would hear the horn. You know, if someone honked the horn while you were walking down the street or standing on the street, you would hear ba ba, right? The tone, right? The tone would go down, right, as the car was driving away. Now, you know that was one sound. You know that occurred in one sound, that it was one horn. And the change in tone was because the sound waves were reaching you at increasingly longer periods of time. So that kind of stretched the sound out, so to speak, and made the tone appear like it was going down. But your brain knows, your mind knows that what you heard was one sound. This is a survival mechanism, right? We hear in stereo. So when you hear two sounds in either ear that are very close in tone, very close in frequency, the brain has a tendency to try to merge those sounds. Like I said, this is a survival mechanism, part of being a human being. The brain has a tendency to try to merge those two sounds into one. And what you may hear at first is a wavering tone, like woo, 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 kind of like a siren sound. That attempt in your mind to merge those two tones into one is called a binaural beat. Now, binaural beats were discovered, I guess you could say, or invented by Mr. Bob Monroe. Bob Monroe, unfortunately, passed away in 1996. He's no longer with us. But he is credited as the inventor of binaural beats and probably the chief pioneer in experimentation and working with binaural beats. You can find a link to the YouTube page for the Monroe Institute right here. I do recommend that you go to the Monroe Institute YouTube page and view the videos from Bob Monroe. Bob Monroe did this research which led to the discovery of binaural beat technology for the United States government. And in this process, he developed combinations of binaural beats that can entrain the brain to do any particular job or sport very well. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. First, I want to go into brain entrainment and neurofeedback and brain frequency so that you can kind of get a little bit of background of what's going on here. Now, here at the Biomedrics Health Center, we do a lot of brain training. We do a lot of training of the cerebral cortex. This is part of our peak performance training as well as therapy that we provide to people on the autism spectrum or suffering from anxiety, stress, depression, ADD, ADHD, post-traumatic stress disorder, bruxism, insomnia, addiction, alcoholism, and many other neurological conditions. Now, in the practice of neurofeedback, right, we focus on the different brainwave frequency bands and their respective effects on human cognition and human behavior. For example, from 0 hertz to 5 hertz is considered the delta range. Delta is when you're in deep sleep. So we can do neurofeedback and train you in delta and get you nice and sleepy, and you'll sleep very well. From 6, 7, 8, around 9 hertz in that area is theta. Theta is associated with light sleep or dream sleep or REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. In this zone, you can access the subconscious mind. You can also access and process repressed memories and repressed emotions. Above theta, we have the alpha zone. Alpha zone is pretty much where I am right now and where most people are at most of the time. The alpha zone is around 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 hertz. In this zone, a person is awake and relaxed and basically happy. That's what we call the yummy zone. Above 9 hertz, above say 12 hertz or so, around 20 hertz, we will get into the beta zone. Okay, beta is the mind state that you're in when you are paying attention, listening to a speech. Like right now, you're listening to me, you're learning from me. So if you're paying attention, your mind is operating at around 20 hertz. Your mind is in beta. If you are in high beta, around 25 hertz, that's around the frequency band that you are in if you're trying to solve a math problem or if you're really intensely thinking about something. Most people, when they're driving, they bounce back and forth from beta to high beta because of all of the attention that is required in so many different areas, spatially, linearly, movement, right? All of the different things that are going on during the process of driving an automobile. It keeps you between 20 to 25 hertz or maybe even higher in the beta or the high beta zone. Now, 30 hertz and above is called the gamma frequency zone. In the gamma frequency zone, you are basically, gamma is considered the unifying frequency zone. With every increase in frequency, there is a corresponding increase in physical tension. For example, if you were to train in the delta zone, you would be physically relaxed to the point of being sleepy. If you were to train in the theta zone, it would be great for hypnosis or self-hypnosis because you would be accessing that theta zone, right? Or what we call the alpha theta state, where you're bringing the subconscious to the conscious mind, or you're able to access the subconscious via your conscious mind. In the alpha zone, that's pretty much putting you in the happy zone or the yummy zone. A lot of people train in alpha. It's a little bit challenging at first to find their optimal reward frequency, but everyone does have an optimal reward frequency to train themselves into the happy zone. Some people come to me saying, well, they want to study for a test, or they have a very intensive seminar or something coming up, something that's requiring a lot of their cognitive abilities, and they want me to train them at 25 hertz. They want me to train them in the high beta zone. I can do that. The problem with that is that after you've had your test, your ASVAB or your LSAT or whatever it is that you were preparing yourself for with high beta training, then you're going to feel like you've had a little bit too much coffee and you're going to want to relax and get out of that state of cortical arousal. The funny thing about the gamma zone is that although there is a corresponding raising of physical arousal in the delta, theta, alpha, beta, and high beta states, when you get to the gamma zone, there's a little bit of a divergence. The brain starts moving super fast and the body starts being very relaxed. So when you're in the gamma zone, you're actually in what is like an intense meditative state where, you know, your body is very relaxed, but the brain is moving very, very quickly. Now, this is known as the unifying frequency. This is known as the zone of problem solving, conflict resolution, bringing the mind and the body and the spirit together. Gamma is really good. Gamma is the area where I train every day. Now, with binaural beats, it's a little bit different than neurofeedback, because neurofeedback is a process of training the brain to access these states on its own. And with binaural beats, we are actually entraining the brain. Okay, if I were, for example, to play a 400 hertz tone into your left ear and a 410 hertz tone into the right ear simultaneously, the first thing you're going to hear, well, you're going to hear the two different tones separately, and then very soon after that, you're going to hear a wavering tone, like a police siren, woo, 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 like that, right? That's the binaural beat. It is the difference between the 400 hertz and the 410 hertz tones, which is 10 hertz, and that 10 hertz is produced inside the brain as an electrical signal, not as a sound, but as an electrical signal. And in this method, with this method, binaural beats, we are able to put the brain into an alpha state. If we were playing two tones that were 7 hertz apart, you would be able to induce a theta state. If we were able to introduce two tones in the left and right ear that were 5 hertz apart, you would be inducing a delta state, and so on. So binaural beats are very good for training the brain into certain states. Now, we're going to stop the music here, and I'm going to play a binaural beat sound cocktail that I put together specifically for this video. That's what you're hearing right now. So the best thing that you can do, or the best way to enjoy this video, is to put on a pair of headphones, okay? Enjoy this video with a pair of headphones on so that you can understand exactly firsthand how binaural beats are. In fact, if you just look up the term binaural beats here on YouTube, you will find a number of beats that are created by a lot of people to induce a state of lucid dreaming. If you want to, have control over your dreams when you go to sleep, there are binaural beats that imitate the effect of any drug, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, believe it or not. So I don't really condone or suggest that you experiment with those, because I don't really know how you turn it off, right? I mean, if you induce a state of a heroin buzz or whatever with binaural beats, how do you turn that off? I guess you try to get a good night's sleep or something, and I'm not really sure how that would work. But those binaural beats are available online. Now, the serious work that was done by Bob Monroe actually enabled people to not only cope with anxiety, stress, depression. There are binaural beats that deal with getting over alcoholism or addiction or ADD, ADHD, or even coping with autism. Before I discovered neurofeedback, I actually did have a certain amount of success with binaural beats on my son in fighting the symptoms of autism spectrum disorder. Now, Bob Monroe was actually able to create different cocktails of binaural beats that enabled the listener to be proficient at specific jobs, not just proficient at work, but proficient at specific jobs. Okay, so we've gone from being able to train the brain into an alpha state or a delta state or a theta state or a gamma state to being able to combine binaural beats together in order to make a person proficient at a particular job. He also created cocktails of binaural beats that would make a person proficient at playing any particular sport, not just sports in general, but boxing or golf or swimming or tennis or football or water polo, any particular sport. Although he is no longer with us, Bob Monroe was the king of binaural beat technology. Now, Bob Monroe and the Monroe Institute also developed a series of binaural beats that actually enabled people to have out-of-body experiences. I know this is hard to believe, but you can actually induce an out-of-body experience using binaural beats. If you watch the videos on the Monroe Institute's YouTube page, you'll find Wednesdays with Bob Monroe, where he actually talks about, in depth, the experience of leaving his body and familiarizing himself with, I guess, what you might call the afterlife, or the process of human beings dying and their souls leaving the earth, and human beings waiting to come back to the earth. I think Bob would probably be better at explaining that than me. So I think it would be best if you just looked at the videos on the Monroe Institute. Now, if you would like to participate in experimentation here at the Biomedrics Health Center, or what we call the Biomedrics Institute, in the out-of-body experience, then I suggest you send an email to info@biomedrx.tv expressing your interest. You have to live here in Southern California, and someone from the Institute will get back with you. Here at the Biomedrics Health Center, we combine binaural beats with neurofeedback, audio-visual brain entrainment, cranial electrotherapy stimulation, and the other brain training techniques to help people accomplish a state of peak performance, to get peak performance out of their mind and out of their brain and out of their bodies, and to help people become peak performers in their professional careers or their athletic careers or their academic careers or whatever it is that they would like to pursue in life. This is just something that you can use at home. All you need at home to experiment with binaural beats is a good set of headphones. If you've got some stereo headphones, feel free to just do a search for binaural beats here on YouTube, and you will find a number of videos. Like I said, you can experiment with the drug beats. I don't recommend it, but if you wanted to put yourself into a nice self-hypnotic state, or sleep, or meditation, or to relax yourself, to get rid of anxiety, stress, depression, you can induce lucid dreams if you wanted to go to sleep and have control over your dream state. There are a lot of things that you can do with binaural beats. It's a cool way to train yourself. We've also got audio files from the Monroe Institute, and but I would suggest you contact the Monroe Institute if you wanted to get official files from them and also to participate in their programs. There are a lot of people who visit the Monroe Institute every year to have what is called the Gateway Experience, and this is where people attempt to have an out-of-body experience. The Monroe Institute has been able to perfect the OOB, or the out-of-body experience, using binaural beats to the point that it complies with the scientific method. It is repeatable, and it's something that you can do and bring witnesses along with you. So I know that sounds pretty strange, and it sounds like Twilight Zone science, but here at the Biomedrics Institute, sometimes we get off into the Twilight Zone science. Well, that's all I have to say about binaural beats. I just wanted to introduce you to binaural beats and to give you an opportunity to do your own searching here on YouTube. YouTube is a great place to find a lot of binaural beats, and there are a few binaural beat generator websites that you can go to where you can generate your own binaural beats and kind of blend them with each other and experiment with different cocktails. But I highly recommend checking them out. And as you can see here, if you listen to this video long enough, you're going to find that you're getting into a more relaxed state, right? And hopefully you're receptive to the things that I'm saying and to the messages that I'm giving you right here. But binaural beats do definitely work, and it is a very effective brain training technology. Well, that's all I have to say about binaural beats for this video. If you like this video, please remember to hit like and comment and share and subscribe to BiomedRx TV and to Devin Lockett here on Facebook. If you are interested in the brain training or any of the other therapies that we do here at the BiomedRx Health Center, we are here in Southern California to help you. And if you would like to have access to videos that are not here on the public display on YouTube, or if you would like to just provide us with some financial support so that we can continue making these great videos, feel free to become a patron on Patreon at patreon.com/BiomedRxTV and patreon.com/Devin Lockett. And as always, I would like everyone to stay kind, because kind is the new sexy. Stay blessed and stay healthy. Thank you for watching Biomed RX TV.
All right, thank you. Now you see, while you guys were watching that, I hooked my head up again to the EEG amplifier, to the Neuroamp. So now you can do a conductivity check and see that I'm in the green, that all of my connections are nice and solid. I'm going to be training between the somatosensory band and the part of the frontal lobe that we call F3 and F4. F3 and F4 are good training places to to address procrastination. If you happen to be the kind of person that procrastinates, like myself from time to time. And of course, I just took a Kind patch. These dopamine patches are really dope. They are really good. I highly recommend Kind patches. Once again, I got to unplug and replug this microphone. There we go. So, now we're returning to Signet. Let's see if I can get my Signet screen up here for you. I'm going to get this over quick because it's 8:34 and I would like to be finished before 10. It's a nice cool day and I want to get out and run. I want to get out and exercise today. So as we can see, we have our Signet set for 50 hertz. It's set for me, Devin Lockett, and hopefully the graphs will come up. If not, it's okay. But we're going to select our feedback. Once again, it's going to be flock, or the feedbacks that are set up for synchrony neural feedback. All right. Now you hear that gong right there. Every time you hear the gong, that's called the reward, and that happens at the time where both hemispheres of my brain, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, are oscillating at the same frequency, that frequency being 50 hertz. It takes a long time to train your brain to be able to train at 50 hertz every day. You have to go up very, very slowly in increments of 0.25 hertz. There we go. 0.25 hertz at a time. And it's not just one session. You have to train and train and train until you provoke a shift at that frequency before you move up another 0.25 hertz to the next frequency. But I've already explained that on previous videos. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notification of new videos. And I'm about to start my session right now. Now you see my brain wave starting to show up on the graph. Signet is resource intensive, to say the least. So I hope I don't have a problem cranking up. But I might, because it happens. Let's see if we can get it going here. There we go. Nice. Now you can see the brainwave activity calm down as I begin to calm down and train. I'm going to be looking at the black screen on screen right, to your right. Okay. I'm going to continue training while you enjoy a word from our sponsor.
Food trucks bring life to city streets and satisfy cravings wherever they go. But managing a food truck's route, staying connected with customers, and securing consistent parking can be a challenge. That's where Job Site Route comes in, the ultimate solution for food truck management. At Job Site Route, we've developed cutting-edge web and mobile apps that work together to optimize your food truck's journey. With the Food Truckers app, you get a GPS-enabled tool that maps out logical, efficient routes to construction job sites and recalculates as new locations are added or removed. But that's not all. The app empowers food trucks to receive pre-orders from both construction site patrons and regular street diners, process payments seamlessly, schedule estimated arrival times, and communicate directly with contractors, diners, and even other food trucks. For contractors, the Job Site Route app is a game changer. They can. View the live GPS locations and route schedules of all food trucks. Pre-order meals for their team. Request specific arrival times to keep their crew well-fed and productive. With the web interface, contractors can easily manage their profiles, update payment information, and even organize catering events with food trucks. And for regular street diners, our civilian user platforms, StreetGrubber.com and CurbDiner.com, make food truck dining more convenient than ever. Users can discover food trucks on their route, pre-order meals for quick pickup, rate and review their favorite trucks, and connect with other foodies. The Food Trucker's web interface makes business management simple. Update your profile, menu items, prices, and pictures, all in one place. We keep it affordable and transparent. Contractors, $100 per job site per month. Food trucks, $100 per month plus 10% of pre-order sales. Civilians, $100 per month for adding custom addresses to the route. With job site route, everyone wins. Food trucks have continuous parking and steady sales. Contractors keep their teams fueled, and diners enjoy the best meals wherever they are. Join the revolution today. Visit us online and download the app to get started.
And now, another word from our sponsor.
In the dynamic world of construction, where timelines are tight and projects demand agility, having reliable and efficient labor at your disposal is critical. Enter LaborDia, the ultimate app for streamlining your workforce needs. This innovative platform revolutionizes the way contractors connect with skilled day laborers, saving time, reducing hassle, and enhancing productivity on your construction sites. LaborDia empowers contractors by putting the control in their hands. With just a few taps, you can post the location of your construction site along with the rate you're offering for day labor. Laborers in your area will immediately see your job posting, complete with GPS indicators for easy navigation. This means no more waiting for days to find reliable workers. LaborDia ensures you're matched with laborers who are ready and eager to work, whether that's right now or at the crack of dawn tomorrow. What sets LaborDia apart is its seamless integration of technology to simplify your operations. The app's payment system, featuring PayPal and Zelle, eliminates the need for cumbersome cash transactions. Pay your workers directly and securely through the app, saving time and ensuring transparency. Plus, with LaborDia's mutual rating system, you can build a network of trusted laborers. Rate workers based on their punctuality, skills, and professionalism, and gain valuable insights from laborers who rate your job postings and site conditions. This feedback loop fosters accountability and trust on both sides, creating a stronger and more reliable workforce ecosystem. Safety and compliance are at the forefront of LaborDia's design. By offering tools for verifying worker profiles and guidance on labor laws, the app helps you maintain legal and ethical standards on every project. Additionally, features like geofencing ensure precise location tracking, so you know your team is where they need to be, when they need to be there. LaborDia doesn't just make your job easier, it helps you run your business smarter. Use the app to track payment history, analyze labor costs, and optimize your hiring strategy based on real-time demand insights. Whether you're managing a small renovation or overseeing a large-scale development, LaborDia provides the flexibility to scale your workforce up or down with ease. In today's competitive construction industry, staying ahead means embracing tools that simplify and enhance your operations. LaborDia is not just an app, it's a strategic partner that empowers you to focus on what you do best: building. Don't let labor shortages or inefficiencies slow you down. Join LaborDia today and experience a smarter, faster, and more reliable way to manage your workforce. With LaborDia, the future of construction staffing is in your hands.
I love it. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again for joining me on another holistic health journey. This has been an hour of peak performance neurofeedback. Neurofeedback being EEG biofeedback, right? Training of the brain for peak cognitive performance. What do you do? What do you get from this? You get more focus, more concentration, more relaxation. You get a reduction in stress, anxiety, depression if you suffer from it, insomnia, bruxism, which is teeth grinding. Wow, there are a number of conditions that are effectively, and I mean very effectively, addressed through neurofeedback therapy and neurofeedback training. Now, what is the difference between neurofeedback therapy and neurofeedback training? Well, you start off doing neurofeedback therapy to heal what may ail you as far as neurological conditions. It becomes neurofeedback training when you are no longer suffering from any of those conditions, and you are doing neurofeedback to simply improve the function of your brain. Not only the function of your brain, but the connection between the brain and the body. Okay? It's very good and it's very effective. Now, where you saw me train, I normally train F1 and F2, left and right respectively. And then, of course, F3 and F4 are right here. And this is the somatosensory band. So I trained right between F3 and F4 and the motor cortex, or the motor cortex somatosensory band complex. So that addresses procrastination as well as physical performance. So now I'm about to prove that. I'm going to go live again, but I'm going to be going live while I'm doing my physical training. So I'm going to head out and begin the real peak performance protocol, which is hybrid training. Today I'm going to be running and swimming, and I might do some lifting too. It's just that after a long run, it's kind of hard to lift. Your body strength is not as high as it would be if you did not run first. But I'm going aerobic first right now. I'm paying attention to my heart, my cardiovascular system, my heart health. And at my age, this is something that you should be focusing on. Also, I'm training for the next Los Angeles Marathon, training to run in the 41st annual Los Angeles Marathon this coming March 8th in Los Angeles, California. I'd appreciate it if you'd like to show up and give me some support, some of that kind of support, right? Or maybe some of this kind of support. I really would appreciate it. As always, I'd like you guys to stay kind, because you know that kind is the new sexy. Kind is the only sexy. Kind is the only thing that I will have around me, because mean people suck. And stay blessed and bless others and stay healthy. Okay? Thank you once again. Before you leave, of course, you have to hear another word from our sponsor.
Imagine a world where finding your next job is as easy as opening an app on your phone. Labor Dia is here to make that vision a reality, connecting hard-working day laborers like you with construction contractors who need reliable workers. Whether you're looking for work today or planning ahead for tomorrow, Labor Dia gives you the tools to take control of your schedule and secure steady opportunities. With Labor Dia, there's no more waiting at street corners or relying on word of mouth. Instead, you'll have instant access to job opportunities right in your area. Contractors post the location of their job sites along with the rate they're offering, and you can RSVP to the jobs that fit your skills and schedule. The app's GPS integration ensures you can easily find the job site, so you'll always know exactly where to go. One of the best parts of Labor Dia is its commitment to fairness and transparency. All job postings clearly display the pay rate, so you know upfront what you're earning. The app's built-in payment system, integrated with PayPal and Zelle, makes getting paid simple and secure. No more waiting for checks or dealing with cash. Your money goes directly into your account. Labor Dia also empowers you to build your reputation as a skilled and dependable worker. Contractors can rate your performance, helping you stand out and get chosen for more jobs. But it doesn't stop there. You can also rate contractors, ensuring they provide a safe and fair working environment. This mutual rating system helps create trust and accountability on both sides, making Labor Dia a community where quality work is rewarded. Beyond connecting you with jobs, Labor Dia is designed to support you in your career. Use the app to keep track of your work history and payments, making it easier to manage your finances and plan your future. And because Labor Dia is accessible on your smartphone, you can find and secure jobs anytime, anywhere, right from the palm of your hand. Labor Dia is more than just an app. It's your partner in success. We understand the challenges day laborers face, and we're here to make your work life easier, more predictable, and more rewarding. Join Labor Dia today and take the first step toward a brighter, more secure future. The opportunities are out there, and with Labor Dia, they're right at your fingertips.
All right. Well, I think you guys should also take out your phones, download the Labor Dia app. It's available in the Apple App Store as well as the Google Play Store for Android phones. And si hablas el español también tenemos un comercial para que lo veas porque funciona en español el app. Funciona sobre todos los países del mundo y se puede encontrar trabajo como jornalero.
Imagina un mundo donde encontrar tu próximo trabajo sea tan fácil como abrir una aplicación en tu teléfono. Labor Dia está aquí para hacer esa visión una realidad, conectando a trabajadores jornaleros como tú con contratistas de construcción que necesitan empleados confiables. Ya sea que estés buscando trabajo hoy o planeando para mañana, Labor Dia te da las herramientas para tomar el control de tu horario y asegurar oportunidades constantes. Con Labor Dia, no tienes que esperar más en esquinas o depender de recomendaciones de boca en boca. En su lugar, tendrás acceso instantáneo a oportunidades de trabajo en tu área. Los contratistas publican la ubicación de sus sitios de trabajo junto con la tarifa que ofrecen, y puedes confirmar tu asistencia a los trabajos que se ajusten a tus habilidades y horario. La integración GPS de la aplicación asegura que puedas encontrar el lugar de trabajo fácilmente, para que siempre sepas exactamente dónde ir. Una de las mejores cosas de Labor Dia es su compromiso con la equidad y la transparencia. Todas las ofertas de trabajo muestran claramente la tarifa de pago, para que sepas desde el principio cuánto ganarás. El sistema de pago integrado en la aplicación, compatible con PayPal y Zelle, hace que recibir tu dinero sea simple y seguro. Olvídate de esperar cheques o de lidiar con efectivo. Tu dinero va directamente a tu cuenta. Labor Dia también te da la oportunidad de construir tu reputación como un trabajador hábil y confiable. Los contratistas pueden calificar tu desempeño, ayudándote a destacar y a ser seleccionado para más trabajos. Pero no solo eso. Tú también puedes calificar a los contratistas, asegurándote de que proporcionen un entorno de trabajo seguro y justo. Este sistema de calificaciones mutuas ayuda a crear confianza y responsabilidad en ambos lados, haciendo de Labor Dia una comunidad donde se recompensa el trabajo de calidad. Más allá de conectarte con trabajos, Labor Dia está diseñado para apoyarte en tu carrera. Usa la aplicación para llevar un registro de tu historial laboral y tus pagos, lo que facilita manejar tus finanzas y planificar tu futuro. Y porque Labor Dia está disponible en tu teléfono inteligente, puedes encontrar y asegurar trabajos en cualquier momento y en cualquier lugar, directamente desde la palma de tu mano. Labor Dia es más que una aplicación, es tu aliado para el éxito. Entendemos los desafíos que enfrentan los jornaleros y estamos aquí para hacer que tu vida laboral sea más fácil, predecible y gratificante. Únete a Labor Dia hoy y da el primer paso hacia un futuro más brillante y seguro. Las oportunidades están allí afuera y con Labor Dia están al alcance de tu mano.
All right. Once again, this is the end of our show. It's been an hour, almost 2 hours right now. As always, as always, I want everyone to stay kind, stay blessed, and stay healthy. I'll see you guys on the next live. Peace.
Gold label quality Biomed RX CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Even superheroes and supermodels need a daily dose of nutrients to help make life more super. Biomed RX Supplements is making it easy to get exactly what you need. From kids to seniors, they've got something for everyone. Pretty cool, right? Check out their products at biomedrxsupplements.com.